We've hit the midweek mark, and you know what that means. It's Winey Wednesday, and today we have Blaine Ballard from Mazza Wines with us today. And you know, fall is approaching, even though I'm grinding my heels in saying, not yet, but it's coming. And that's when a lot of people switch to their love for the red wines, don't they, in the fall and the winter?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that the 28th of this month is National Red Wine Day or Drink Red Wine Day or something.
Okay, yeah, something like that, one of those national days.
Yeah.
So you've got a nice variety of reds to talk about today.
We do. We have a bunch of different dry red wines that we sell, and a couple of sweet ones as well. But our newest red wine, and probably our highlight right now, is our Australian Shiraz, and it's actually an Australian Shiraz that we are fortunate enough to be able to bottle and label under our Mazza Chautauqua Cellars label.
And what does Shiraz mean for those who might not know?
So that is the grape. You may hear Shiraz from California wines or Syrah in European wines. Different nomenclature, but same grape across the board. We are able to do this Australian Shiraz because we have a collection of wines at Mazza Chautauqua Cellars called the Travelers Collection, and they sort of highlight different areas that the grapes perform the best, and it allows us to kind of spread our winemaking wings a little bit. We have a couple of New York wines that aren't produced hyper-local to us. One is Finger Lakes, and one is Long Island. They come from vineyards that we have long-standing relationships with. We do a few with Lake Erie fruit, but this Shiraz is sort of a passion play for our general manager, owner, Mario Mazza. He went to school to study winemaking in Australia. That's where he met his wife, and her family is actually from McLaren Vale, and they live very close to the vineyards. So every year they go back a few times, and Mario works with Matt at Smidge Wines, which you may not know, but they worked together at a very prominent Australian winery called Two Hands in the past, and they've carried on that relationship.
Yeah.
So Mario gets to go over there and do a lot of blending, sampling, and barrel samples, and ultimately decides what's going to get bottled and labeled under our label, and we import it, and it makes a really nice wine that's a lot different than what you might get around here. It's a lot more full-bodied and unctuous, and it really is a true McLaren Vale Shiraz.
Bringing more of a global stage to the winemaking locally. Yep. I love that. Of course, your Perfect Red is very popular as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole Perfect line has been coming along really strong. This is made from the Regent grape, which is not too well known. It's an Austrian varietal that generally is used for blending there for the color that it provides. But we found a real nice home for it as a single varietal in the Perfect. And then our Teraldigo, a Northern Italian varietal under the South Shore Wine Company label, which is it's probably my favorite. It's a really characteristic Northern Italian varietal that goes well with a bunch of different food, and it's got great vibrant acidity. And then, of course, our Cabernet Franc from Mazza Vineyards is a staple that we perennially produce, and it always does real well for us.
Yeah.
So
do you have a bestseller, or does it vary?
You know, it really varies. It'll vary with the times. If there's something that's more on trend that people are drinking, or the season, as you've seen. So it just sort of depends. But our Cab Franc is probably one of our best-selling dry reds.
Yeah. Doing Wine Fest this year?
We are not participating in the actual Wine Fest, but we will have a bunch going on at all three
that weekend. Yeah, absolutely. And everybody's been talking about how harvest will be a little bit early because of the weather, and so you guys are going to be busy earlier than you normally are.
Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time. There's a little bit of a scramble trying to get our cellar organized and our press floor. We have a lot of stuff going on, but hopefully we'll get things in with some good weather this year.
Well, visit Mazza Wines. Got lots of locations for you there, and there's their website, Enjoy Mazza. You can find out all the locations and all the different offerings, but check out some of the reds this fall when that weather turns a little bit crisp. Blaine, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for being in today.
Thanks.